Seen twice in this third quarter.
That's Peterson again.
You got to get that pressure. He blows up the block. Alton Brown tries to block him, but he smacks him right in the face and gets the quarterback.
Ethan Peterson, 6'1", 200 pounds. Coming off the edge is the DN. 2nd and 14. Barnes, as they're trying to set up a screen. Barnes hit again, hard. Ooh. Wells put it right in his ear hole. They completed the pass and picked up about 7 yards to Brown. So it'll be 3rd and 6.
You know, Mountain Crest actually saw that screen coming. A lot of the guys came off and got back in time to negate a big gain.
We talked about the offense needing to get a little confidence. The defense needs a little bit as well. They shut Woods Cross down, held him to 3 on a short field a minute ago. Now they want to see if they can get him off the field. They're going to try a screen the other way. Safakis has it bounce off his chest. And Mountain Crest had it figured out. They got him for that for a pretty big gain in the first half. And they tried it there twice, picked up some the first time. But this time he wouldn't have picked it up even if he had caught it. Safakis kind of looking upfield, wasn't he? Kind of taking a peek at the defense before he caught it.
He's done that 3 or 4 times tonight. He's had about 4 drop balls in the last quarter approximately.
That means somewhere along the line somebody has rung his bell.
Yep.
Because when you get rung really hard, all of a sudden you start looking around a little bit.
Hearing a lot more footsteps.
You can't help it.
John Wayne Mousy.
Yo. Tightrope act up there by Herbert. So the Mountain Crest offense, after the stop by the D, that's the first time in 4 possessions that the Mountain Crest defense has been able to force a punt. But this Woods Cross defense has played pretty well. They're fast to the ball.
Pretty good size in that front line too.
Fake the pitch, give up inside. Carlson stumbles forward.
Carlson,
3.
If he doesn't get tackled by the turf monster right there, that's a big gain.
They've run that play a couple of times where they fake the pitch, then give it to the other back coming through.
Trips over the 31-yard line.
31-yard line's always been a problem, hasn't it? Hall gonna run. He's got a wall. He's right at the marker. Depends largely on the spot, but it looks like he's got it.
If Jacob Keller, number 68, can hold his block just a little bit longer, that springs Eddie Hall for a big gain. Good job by the defense to get off the block and
8 yards.
The play.
Well, they spread out the defense again with 5 wide receivers. And then guard and tackle pull, and Hall runs in behind him. Here comes a flag. It's coming back.
That's a hold.
G&T, buddy. Guard and tackle pulling. That flag came out of there in a hurry. Seventh penalty of the game for Mountain Crest. 75 yards worth of penalties. Just the top of the formation, you'll see, well, you see the guard and tackle pulling. The hold was in there somewhere. They threw it back in where the pile was. That's something that'll drive offensive line coaches crazy, because so many times you'll get a guy. They coach perfect fit, right? You get your hands up inside their shoulder pads, inside their arms, and you'll get a guy that drives somebody right into the ground, and the official will see it out of the corner of their eye. Well, they look like he got tackled. That's got to be a hold.
Must have held.
Oh, it drives offensive line coaches crazy. Hall, unloading.
Uh-oh. That's short.
Is there a wind blowing out there?
I don't know. That thing. That thing looked like it was a
I don't know if he could step into that or not.
9-iron chip shot.
There's no wind to speak of. That thing just...
You see a wall right there,
yeah,
dropped out of the sky.
Yep. .5:29 to play here in the third period. 2nd and 21. Hall unloads again. This one a better spiral. Caught into the hands of Braden Fuller.
Well, extracurriculars and no flag against Woods Cross for unsportsmanlike conduct. Wonder if these guys are from Bountiford. Boy, that's a nice pass, and you're right, the spiral makes all the difference in that wind that's obviously up where we can't see it, blowing around in the field. That's a nice catch.
42 yards and a first down. Yeah, you wondered if there was any wind out there or anything, because that one he threw just kind of died. You're going to fake one way and then go back up the middle. Hall to the edge. Tight ropes down the sideline, dives in, but they say he's out at the 12.
Well, I hope we have that on a replay and you can see that sideline because it looked close.
Yeah, I didn't see him step out, but there's players in front of us and we can't always see it. Either way, he's down to the 12. And it's an 18-yard run.
Watch the sideline at the bottom of your screen. Let's see if we can see if he steps out. There's the 20, the 15. Oh, he didn't step out. He crossed the line, but he never planted his foot. That's a really hard call to make when it looks like you've crossed the line, which you did.
Hall keeps it. He's down to about the 7-yard line, so he picks up 5. Well, Crest, now they get down in here close. I don't know if they want to screw around. They just try to power that thing.
Well, we saw Keegan Mitten limping off earlier, and he's been their big running back tonight.
He's not on the field now. Hall's in the gun, Richardson with him. He fakes the give to Richardson, waits for a hole to open up, gets down to about just inside the 6. So a 1-yard pickup.
They can get a first down without scoring here if they get down to about the 3-yard line.
Hall has over 100 yards rushing. The vast majority of that coming on 2 carries. Mountain Crest looking for the tying touchdown. A go-ahead PAT with 3.5 to play in the third period. 18-12 Woods Cross. Hall got a man, Richardson, out of the backfield. He has to reach out with one hand. He makes the stumbling grab. He walks into the end zone if he doesn't lose his balance.
Well, he turns his head late, or Eddie Hall throws it early, one of the two. So as soon as his head is turned, that ball is halfway to him. So a good recovery and actually making the reception. But
it's 4th down, 4th and 4. Well, you can kick a field goal, getting within 3, or you can go ahead and go for it and rest on your D. If you don't get it in, you need 3 yards. Mountain Crest 1 of 6 on 3rd down. Well, this is 4th. Oh goodness, they're going to give it to Carlson. Carlson's into the end zone.
And no laundry.
Richardson leading the way, gets a chip on the end and then keeps on going, and that chip on the end took out 3
players.
3 players. That end fell down and then 2 other players fell over him. Richardson springs that one. And the kick's blocked.
How big is that missed extra point earlier in the game?
Tied at 18 with 2:41 to play in the third.
Now to you, Old Grist Mill. Old Grist Mill Bread Company, Ogden, Brigham, Logan.
2:41 to play in the third period. We're tied up at 18 in Hiram. So Woods Cross kind of moving the ball at will for 3 possessions, and then the Mountain Crest defense comes up, and the Mountain Crest offense now is scored on its last 2 possessions, this being the most recent. Richardson, number 2, takes out 3 guys with 1 block. And Carlson walks it in. Castillo from the 5. Castillo's got a lane. Brought down by the kicker and Brendan Freston. And there's a flag where he was brought down. See what the call is. If they're going to tack on some yardage or take some away from Woods Cross. Personal foul on Mountain Crest. That's their 8th penalty of the game. And they're now at 90 yards worth.
Yeah, not many of their penalties have been of the small variety. Big penalties.
He didn't say we were face mask or anything. Well, the official on the sideline was going to Mark Wooten and pointing at the top of his head and saying it was like a spearing. Now, I wonder if they were calling that on the kicker. He was just tackling like a kicker. He was bending over and putting his head down. And the runner hit him.
Tackling like somebody who plays soccer all the time.
So a big break for Woods Cross as they start in Mustang territory now in a tie game. Alton Brown picks up about 4.
To the Mountain Crest defense, you did not need that. Big penalty, big run back. Back on your heels once again with the ball on the 38-yard line, really.
I'm looking at Mitten down there on the sideline. He's testing out that leg, kind of running back and forth. And he's awfully ginger on it. Barnes hit as he throws. This one. Boy, if that was caught, that'd be the greatest catch tonight for sure, but Sikakis couldn't get there. It came rolling out of there late. It looked like he got one hand on it. That would have been a great catch. It's always a qualifier. That would have been the greatest catch tonight. Right here.
Oh, he's got a shot at that, too. Double coverage on the sideline. That's a great individual effort, and you're right. That would have been top 10 plays on ESPN.
3rd and 6. Now it's the Woods Cross offense looking to get its mojo back. First man through is Brown. Brown's not going to get there. He picks up about 3 yards. Game's getting a little chippy out there.
Well, it's 18-18 with 1:35 to go in the 3rd.
About what we expected, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a good call on your part.
There's your S.C. Needham Jewelers middle of the block sign at the puck. Under 90 seconds left to play in the 3rd period. We're all tied up. S.C. Needham Jewelers. Is that where Northern Utah gets engaged?
I think so.
It is. Don't think anything about it. 1 for 2 on 4th down for Woods Cross. If you're a coach for the Mountain Crest defensive line, you're saying watch the ball, and Mountain Crest will take a defensive timeout.
You know, when you got daughters that are 19 years old and both in serious relationships, that whole Utah gets engaged thing hits a little closer to home.
Does it?
Yeah.
When you got daughters that are 15 years old and you're thinking they're probably never going to leave home, and you're thinking, when are they going to finally leave? Now that it's a reality, it's a little scarier for you. Huh?
Yeah, my son said to me the other day, he said, when are they going to get married so they'll get out? He's only 13.
Those are the kind of things my son says.
Yeah.